Imagine a young man, the son of a legendary wildlife warrior, stepping onto the dance floor, his heart racing with anticipation. This is Robert Irwin, and his leap into the spotlight on Dancing with the Stars, Season 34, shook not just the dance community, but the world of reality television itself. On April 22, 2025, during Hulu's electrifying Get Real event, Robert was announced as the first celebrity contestant. The excitement in his voice was palpable as he declared it a dream come true, reflecting on the countless evenings spent watching his sister, Bindi Irwin, dance her way to victory years prior. "I remember coming to every live taping to watch my sister, and I just thought, one day that's going to be me," he shared, a statement that resonated deeply with fans and family alike. But why, in a sea of potential contestants, did Robert stand out? What made this particular moment, this particular season, the right time for him to take this leap? The answers lie in a blend of family legacy, public persona, and a personal quest for growth. The Irwin name is synonymous with bravery and conservation, thanks to the unforgettable Steve Irwin and his children carrying on that legacy. With Bindi's stellar performance in Season 21 still fresh in the minds of the audience, Robert was not just a contestant, but a representative of a story that many were eager to follow. He embodies the spirit of adventure, but this time, the stakes were different. Dancing, he confessed, was scarier than wrangling crocodiles, revealing a tantalizing narrative of stepping outside comfort zones that the show thrives on. With a strong public profile, thanks to his efforts as a wildlife conservationist and TV personality, Robert naturally appealed to a broad audience. His willingness to embrace a new challenge not only excited die-hard fans of the show, but also attracted a new wave of viewers curious about his journey. This blend of recognizable identity and the promise of growth is what the producers of Dancing with the Stars look for, and Robert checked every box. As the lights dimmed and the music swelled, Robert's journey was just beginning. But the question remained, could a conservationist from Australia really bust a move on the ballroom stage? April 22, 2025 marked a turning point not just for Robert Irwin, but for Dancing with the Stars. As the cameras zoomed in on him during the Get Real event, the atmosphere crackled with excitement and anticipation. The announcement came with cheers and a sense of inevitability. Robert was ready to step into the spotlight. This wasn't just about dance. It was about legacy, family, and the weight of expectations that came with the Irwin name. When he took the stage, Robert was a bundle of nerves and exhilaration, his smile wide as he shared his heartfelt connection to the show. "This is a dream come true," he exclaimed, and in that moment, everyone could see the truth behind his words. The young conservationist had spent countless hours in the audience, cheering on his sister Bindi as she twirled and leaped her way to victory in Season 21. The memories flooded back as he reminisced about the thrill of watching her perform live, the enchanting world of dance, capturing his imagination long before he ever considered stepping into those shoes himself. The emotional weight of the moment wasn't lost on anyone present. Here was a young man, stepping out from the shadow of his family's legacy, eager to carve his own path while honoring those who came before him. His proclamation of, "I just thought, one day that's going to be me," sent chills through the audience, igniting a spark of curiosity. Could he really do it? Could he bring his family's adventurous spirit to a whole new arena? As the news spread like wildfire across social media and entertainment platforms, the buzz surrounding Robert's participation grew. Fans of the Irwin family were ecstatic, and new viewers were drawn in by the compelling narrative of a young man willing to step out of his comfort zone. But beyond the excitement lay a deeper story, one that reflected the universal journey of pursuing dreams, overcoming fears, and the ties that bind families together. The announcement was not just a reveal. It was the beginning of a new chapter, one that would intertwine Robert's past with his future. With his sister's previous success as a backdrop, he faced not only the challenge of mastering dance, but also the expectations that came with being an Irwin. And as the dust settled on the announcement, The stage was set for what would become an unforgettable season, full of surprises and unexpected twists. How would this conservationist handle the world of competitive dance? What challenges lay ahead? The journey was just beginning, and anticipation was at an all-time high. The question on everyone's lips was clear. Why Robert Irwin? In a landscape brimming with celebrities vying for a chance to shine, his selection as a contestant felt both refreshing and inevitable. It was a perfect storm of opportunity, legacy, and personal growth that made this moment ideal for him. First and foremost, the Irwin family legacy played a crucial role in Robert's casting. His sister, Bindi Irwin, had already made waves by winning season 21 of Dancing with the Stars back in 2015. Her triumph not only showcased the family's undeniable talent, but also established a strong connection to the show that Robert would now carry forward. The producers knew that featuring another Irwin would draw in an audience that had already fallen in love with the family's dynamic and adventurous spirit. Robert was not just a contestant, he was a continuation of a beloved legacy, one that resonated with fans who had watched him grow up in the public eye. Moreover, Robert's public profile as a wildlife conservationist and TV personality added a layer of appeal that few contestants could match. Known as the son of the late Steve Irwin, Robert had been raised in a family that championed environmentalism and animal conservation. His charisma and passion for wildlife had made him a recognizable figure, appealing to both younger audiences and longtime fans of the Irwin brand. The show thrives on personalities that can connect with viewers, and Robert's unique background offered a blend of charm and relatability that is hard to resist. But it wasn't just his legacy or public persona that made Robert a standout choice. It was his willingness to embrace a daunting challenge. When he openly admitted that dancing was scarier than wrangling crocodiles, he struck a chord with viewers. This wasn't just a story of a celebrity showcasing their talents. It was about a young man stepping out of his comfort zone and tackling something entirely new. The narrative of overcoming fear and embracing vulnerability is a powerful one, and it drew in an audience eager to root for him. The producers of Dancing with the Stars are known for casting celebrities who bring a mix of familiarity and a willingness to grow. Robert checked both boxes effortlessly. He was recognizable enough to attract viewers, but also offered a fresh narrative grounded in personal development. Each week, audiences would witness not just dance routines, but a transformation, a journey that would surely resonate with many who have faced their fears head-on. As the announcement reverberated through social media and entertainment news, fans began to speculate about what to expect from Robert's journey. Would he thrive under the pressure, or would the weight of expectations prove too heavy? His story promised to be more than just a series of dance performances. It was a testament to the courage it takes to step into the unknown, a narrative that would undoubtedly captivate viewers week after week. With the stage set and the spotlight shining bright, Robert Irwin was ready to embark on an adventure that would challenge him in ways he had never imagined. The convergence of family legacy, public appeal, and a personal quest for growth made him the perfect fit for this season, and anticipation was building for what was to come. As the curtain rose on Dancing with the Stars, season 34, Robert Irwin stepped into the spotlight, ready to embrace the challenge that lay ahead. His pairing with professional dancer Whitney Carson was announced, and the excitement surrounding this duo was palpable. From the very first rehearsal, it was clear that their chemistry was electric. Whitney, a seasoned veteran of the show, took Robert under her wing, guiding him through the intricacies of dance while also nurturing his confidence. The premiere performance was a spectacle to behold. Robert and Whitney kicked off the season with a high-energy jive to Born to be Wild, a song that perfectly encapsulated Robert's adventurous spirit. Dressed in khaki pants, a nod to his wildlife background, he brought an infectious energy to the dance floor that immediately captivated the judges and audience alike. Every kick and spin was infused with his natural enthusiasm, and it was impossible not to root for him. The performance was met with enthusiastic applause and praise, setting a high bar for the season ahead. However, as charming as Robert appeared on stage, reality hit hard during rehearsals. Despite his vibrant personality, he openly admitted to a shocking truth. He had done no serious dance training prior to joining the show. In an interview, he humorously confessed, "Whitney's like, so you've known for like 4 months you're going to do this show? What have you done to prepare?" And I said, "Nothing." This candidness resonated with fans, showcasing not just his vulnerability, but also his willingness to dive headfirst into the unknown, reminiscent of his father's fearless approach to wildlife conservation. The journey was not without its challenges. Each week brought new routines, new styles, and new pressures. As Robert tackled different dances from the quick-step to the samba, viewers watched him evolve, not just as a dancer, but as a person. He faced setbacks and triumphs alike, often sharing his struggles with the audience, which only deepened their connection to him. The emotional roller coaster of learning to dance while navigating the rigors of competition added another layer of intrigue to his story. Bindi Irwin's advice echoed in Robert's mind throughout the competition. Take a breath and enjoy every single second of it. This wisdom became his mantra. Despite the nerves and the pressure, Robert found solace in remembering why he was there in the first place. Each dance was a moment to honor his family's legacy while also forging his own path. The emotional stakes were high, and the audience could see the transformation occurring in real time. Behind the scenes, the camaraderie between Robert and Whitney was palpable. Their bond grew stronger with each rehearsal, filled with laughter, light-hearted banter, and the occasional misstep that would send them both into fits of giggles. Whitney's encouragement and belief in Robert's potential played a crucial role in his development. With each passing week, viewers witnessed not only his dance skills flourish, but also his confidence blossom, showcasing a young man who was truly committed to the journey. As the competition progressed, Robert's performances began to reflect not just hard work, but an evolution of spirit. With each dance, he revealed more of himself, captivating audiences and judges with a blend of charisma, raw talent, and heartfelt emotion. The narrative of a beginner in a new field was being told in real time, and it was a story that resonated with many. The stakes were high, and the journey was fraught with challenges, but Robert Irwin was ready to dance his way into the hearts of millions. With each routine, he was not just showcasing his progress, but also inviting everyone to witness the unfolding of his personal growth story, a journey filled with passion, determination, and a touch of Irwin magic. While the dazzling performances and glowing scores captivated audiences, the real heart of Robert Irwin's journey on Dancing with the Stars unfolded behind the scenes. This is where the grit and determination of a young man stepped into the limelight, revealing the challenges he faced and the resilience he built along the way. What viewers saw on screen was just a glimpse of the countless hours spent rehearsing, the physical toll of learning new dance styles, and the emotional roller coaster that came with the competition. From the outset, Robert embraced the rigorous training schedule with enthusiasm, even if he sometimes felt overwhelmed. Early rehearsals were a mix of excitement and uncertainty. He would often show up to the studio with a sense of eagerness, but the reality of the demanding routines quickly set in. Whitney, ever the supportive partner, would remind him that every great dancer began as a novice. "Just remember, every step you take is a step closer to mastering this," she would say, encouraging him to focus on progress rather than perfection. One memorable moment came during a particularly tough rehearsal when Robert struggled to nail a complicated lift. Frustration began to bubble beneath the surface, and he felt the pressure of expectations weighing heavily on him. But instead of succumbing to defeat, he took a moment to breathe and reflect. He recalled his father's words about facing challenges with courage and a positive mindset. With renewed determination, Robert approached the lift again, this time with a sense of playfulness. The lift was executed flawlessly, and the victory was celebrated with laughter and high fives. This moment exemplified the growth he was experiencing, both as a dancer and as an individual. As the weeks rolled on, the emotional stakes intensified. Robert wasn't just dancing, he was sharing pieces of his life with millions. Each routine became a reflection of his journey, and audiences found themselves rooting for him not just because of his family name, but due to the authenticity he brought to the stage. Behind the scenes, Robert often shared his thoughts on his performances and how they connected to his life experiences. "Dancing is about expressing who you are," he would say, "and every performance is an opportunity to show my journey, my struggles, and my victories." The bond between Robert and Whitney deepened as they navigated the highs and lows together. They shared late-night rehearsals filled with music, laughter, and the occasional mishap, such as tripping over each other's feet or getting lost in the choreography. These moments of levity helped to ease the tension and foster a sense of camaraderie that translated beautifully on stage. Whitney became not just a dance partner, but a mentor and friend, guiding Robert through not only the routines, but also the emotional landscape of competition. The behind-the-scenes footage revealed the team dynamics that often go unnoticed. The camaraderie among the cast and crew was palpable, with everyone rooting for each other's success. Robert, in particular, formed friendships with fellow contestants, exchanging tips, sharing experiences, and supporting one another through the grueling process. The sense of community added an enriching layer to the competition, transforming it from a mere contest into a shared journey of growth and discovery. As the season progressed, Robert's confidence blossomed and his performances became more expressive. The audience could see the passion pouring out of him as he danced, a testament to the hard work and dedication that defined his experience. Each routine was a celebration of his journey, a blend of vulnerability and strength that resonated deeply with viewers. But the emotional toll was undeniable. There were nights filled with self-doubt, moments when Robert questioned whether he was truly cut out for this world of dance. Yet, with every rehearsal, he learned to embrace those feelings, using them as fuel to push himself even harder. "If you're not a little scared, you're not growing," he would remind himself, drawing strength from the very fear that once held him back. In the end, the behind-the-scenes journey of Robert Irwin on Dancing with the Stars was a story about more than just learning to dance. It was about resilience, personal growth, and the power of community. With each step, he not only honed his skills as a dancer, but also unearthed a deeper understanding of himself. The world was watching, and Robert was ready to show them what it meant to step out of the shadows and into the spotlight. As Robert Irwin's journey on Dancing with the Stars unfolded, the public's response was a whirlwind of excitement, support, and emotional investment. From the very first performance, viewers were captivated, not just by his dance moves, but by the heartfelt narrative that accompanied his every step. Fans tuned in, not merely to see the spectacle of competitive dance, but to witness a young man embracing a formidable challenge while carrying the weight of a legacy on his shoulders. Social media buzzed with enthusiasm as hashtags like #TeamRobert began trending. Fans flooded platforms like Twitter and Instagram with messages of encouragement, sharing clips of his performances and celebrating each milestone. The hashtag became a rallying cry, uniting a diverse group of supporters, from longtime fans of the Irwin family to new viewers drawn in by Robert's earnestness and charm. Each week, as he took the stage, the audience engaged in lively discussions about his growth, applauding his vulnerability and determination to push through. Critics took notice too. Entertainment commentators recognized Robert as a standout contestant, noting his ability to blend his family's legacy with his own personal narrative. They highlighted his unique journey as a beginner in a new field, praising his authenticity and emotional depth. Each performance became a talking point, sparking conversations about the importance of stepping outside one's comfort zone and the courage it takes to pursue dreams, regardless of background. But the emotional connection with the audience went beyond the dance floor. Robert's candid reflections during interviews and behind-the-scenes segments allowed viewers to see the person behind the performer. He shared his struggles, fears, and triumphs, creating a relatable character that many found inspiring. His willingness to be vulnerable resonated deeply. drawing in viewers who saw echoes of their own challenges in his journey. As the season progressed, the public's affection for Robert grew exponentially. His performances improved week by week, showcasing not just technical skill, but also a growing artistry that captivated judges and audiences alike. The judges praised him for his dedication and passion, often commenting on how far he had come since that first jive. Their feedback was a mix of constructive criticism and enthusiastic accolades, with Robert consistently rising to the occasion, eager to absorb every lesson and shine brighter with each routine. Moreover, Robert's family legacy provided a rich backdrop that fueled viewer interest. The emotional weight of being an Irwin was palpable. Fans were not only rooting for Robert but also for the continuation of a legacy that had inspired so many. Bindi, often seen cheering from the audience, represented a supportive bond that further endeared Robert to fans. The Irwin family dynamic added layers of emotional resonance, making Robert's journey feel like a continuation of a beloved story rather than just a new chapter. As the weeks turned into months, Robert's growing popularity was evident. He became a fan favorite, and merchandise featuring his name and image began to fly off the shelves. His story was featured in various media outlets, showcasing the intersection of celebrity culture and personal growth. Interviews with Robert revealed his gratitude for the support, and he often emphasized how the experience had transformed him. "Dancing has taught me more than just steps. It's about embracing challenges and finding joy in the journey," he shared in a heartfelt interview. But not everything was smooth sailing. The pressures of competition, coupled with the expectations of being an Irwin, posed significant challenges. Critics emerged, questioning whether Robert could truly carve his own path or if he was merely riding on the coattails of his family name. However, rather than letting negativity deter him, Robert used it as motivation. He was determined to prove that he was more than just a legacy. He was a force in his own right, ready to shine. The emotional stakes intensified as the season progressed, culminating in nail-biting performances that kept audiences on the edge of their seats. The support continued to pour in, with fans rallying around Robert, sharing their hopes and dreams for him. The culmination of viewers' emotional investment became evident as he advanced through the competition, each week showcasing not only his progress as a dancer, but also his evolution as an individual. As the finale approached, it was clear that Robert's time on Dancing with the Stars was more than just about winning. It had become a journey of self-discovery, a testament to the power of resilience and the bonds of family. The public reception was a reflection of their collective investment in his story, a reminder that at the heart of every competition lies the human experience of growth, struggle, and triumph. The world was watching, and Robert Irwin was ready to dance his way to the finish line, embodying the spirit of adventure that had defined his family's legacy. As the season drew to a close, Robert Irwin stood poised on the brink of a defining moment. The world had watched him evolve from a wildlife conservationist with little dance experience into a beloved contestant on Dancing with the Stars. His journey was a testament not only to his dedication, but also to the transformative power of stepping outside one's comfort zone. With each performance, Robert had not only conquered the dance floor, but also captured the hearts of millions, becoming a symbol of resilience and passion. The finale approached, and with it came a wave of anticipation. Fans buzzed with excitement, speculating on whether Robert could clinch the coveted Mirrorball trophy. But as the final dances unfolded, it became clear that the outcome mattered less than the journey itself. Each routine showcased not just technical prowess, but the emotional growth that Robert had experienced throughout the season. He had learned to embrace vulnerability, to find joy in the process, and to share his story with a captivated audience. In his final dance, Robert poured every ounce of his heart into the performance. It was a culmination of everything he had learned, a beautiful blend of grace, strength, and authenticity. The audience erupted in applause, and for a moment, it felt as if time stood still. The cheers echoed through the studio, a celebration not just of dance, but of a young man who had dared to dream and had fought tooth and nail to realize that dream. Regardless of the outcome, Robert's impact was undeniable. He had transformed from a nervous beginner into a confident performer, embodying the very essence of what it means to pursue one's passions. His story resonated far beyond the dance floor, touching the lives of viewers who saw pieces of their own struggles reflected in his journey. Families gathered around their screens, cheering him on and sharing in the emotional highs and lows of the competition. Robert had become a beacon of hope, reminding everyone that with determination and support, anything is possible. The finale night culminated in a heartwarming moment as the winner was announced. While only one contestant could take home the Mirror Ball trophy, the true victory lay in the connections forged and the lives touched throughout the season. For Robert, the experience had been about much more than winning. It was about personal growth, the strength of family bonds, and the courage to embrace change. As he stood on stage, surrounded by friends, family, and fellow contestants, Robert reflected on his journey. "I came here to challenge myself and to honor my family's legacy," he said. "But what I've found is so much more. I've discovered the joy of dancing, the beauty of vulnerability, and the incredible support of all of you." His words resonated deeply, echoing the sentiments of everyone who had followed his journey. In the end, Robert Irwin's time on Dancing with the Stars transcended the realm of competition. It became a narrative of courage, resilience, and love elements that define the human experience. As the season came to a close, viewers were left with an inspiring message: that it's never too late to step into the spotlight, to face fears head-on, and to dance to the rhythm of one's own life. Robert's journey would not end here. It was merely the beginning of a new chapter, one filled with promise and possibilities. As he embraced the future, he carried with him the lessons learned and the memories made, ready to inspire others to chase their dreams, just as he had done. With the lights dimming and the applause ringing in his ears, Robert Irwin emerged not just as a contestant, but as a symbol of hope and determination. The world would continue to watch his journey unfold, eager to see where this newfound passion would take him next. And so, as the credits rolled, the story of Robert Irwin on Dancing with the Stars became one for the ages. A reminder that when we step outside our comfort zones, we uncover not only our true selves, but also the incredible power of community and support that drives us all forward.